Welcome class 10 students. Welcome to Academic English Digital Learning organized by Vivekanand Mission School, Gandhikram Kodda. Here is the second gift for you in this lockdown period in the form of the sermon at Benares second part. So before going through the second part, it is necessary to understand the earlier part because suppose that if someone will tell you any story or any poem or anything else from the middle portion of the story, it is really difficult to understand the complete thing. Or if someone will tell you the story or the poem from the ending portion to the beginning portion, it's really difficult to have the complete understanding. So that's why earlier knowledge or prior knowledge is necessary to have the complete understanding about the second part. So it's necessary to recall the first part. So here is the first part. So what was there in the first part? In the first part, we discussed about where he was born, in which were sorry in which year he was born, and in which place he was born. At the same time, uh, you know from which family status he belongs to. So all these things we understood. At the same time, how he passed his childhood, how he was got married, how all these things. That means regarding the life, earlier life of Siddharth. That means the lifespan of lifespan, not fully lifespan, rather the particular period of childhood, infancy, bachelorhood. All these things we got in the first part of the video. Okay, so that means this is the beginning portion of the story what we got in the first video. Now we will move to the second part of the story. So you may understand. So what you got in the first video, one second, if you look the picture, then it will be easy for you to understand the complete thing. So here is the birth of Siddharth. So already we got it. And here is the here Siddharth as a prince. Okay, prince, not that means he was he got married. Mm. He addresses the subjects here. Okay, in the third picture what we got, in the third picture, that is a little bit different. Actually till now, till the second picture, he was in the form Siddharth, but in the third picture what we got, he is in the form of a pious person. Okay, that means he left all kinds of attraction, affection for the materialistic world, and he is living the house, he is living the royal pleasure, and he's coming out from the house. This is the description of the picture what we got in the first video. So these are the earlier knowledge of the first part. Okay, now we'll move to the second part of the story. So what he had done from here, look at here, this is the second part of the story. He waited for 7 years and finally under sat down under people tree, where he vowed to stay until enlightenment came. Okay, so here it is. To understand a few difficult words are over there. So to understand all these things, it's necessary to understand the complete sentence. It's necessary to have the complete understanding of the each word. Okay, so here it is. So he wandered for 7 years. Wandered means here two words I may say. Please try to note down. Wonder and wander. These two words are quite different. Wonder means that is different. Wonder, WONDER. That means strange. Expression of strangeness. At the same time, wander means moving purposelessly. Wander means moving purposelessly. So what he has done, for 7 years, he moves here and there purposelessly. Here and there means from a particular place to there. No, there is no any particular boundary in his movement. For 7 years, he moves throughout the whole world, and at last, now some questions may arise. Some question may be arised that why he moved for 7 years and what he wanted to have. He wanted to have the complete understanding. He wanted to have the complete understanding of the lifestyle of common people. He wanted to know the reality of the common people. He wanted to know the reality of society. He wanted to know the what what kind of pathetic lifestyle are there on the earth. All these things he wanted to experience in his own life. That's why he moves from one place to another place. So, experiencing the pathos or pathetic situation in his own life, that is the main motto for him. That is why he moved or he travelled or he wandered for 7 years, and he experienced all this. And after experiencing all these pathos or pathetic situation, after seeing all these pathetic situation, what he had done, he stopped moving, and at once what he had done, he sat under a people tree and vowed. Vowed means in the taking of oath, that is known as both. So, that means he has taken the oath that till he will not get the enlightenment, he will not stand up or he will not leave the place. That means he will be there under the people tree till he will get the enlightenment. That is the strong determination of Siddhartha, what he has taken. Now, enlightened after 7 days, he renamed the tree the Bodhi tree, the tree of wisdom, and began to teach and to share his new understandings. Try to understand. Look at the picture. It's quite easy for you to understand the complete thing. Now, look at the picture. Siddhartha is sitting under the people tree. Till now, he is known as Siddhartha because he has not got the enlightenment. So, he stood there in the same posture under the people tree for 7 days to get the enlightenment. And after passing of 7 days, he got the enlightenment. Got the enlightenment means? Enlightenment means what? Enlightenment means the reality of life, the truth of life. What is life? So, the basic truth of life or the natural truth of life, he understood everything. And that is why, you know, uh, after having the enlightenment, what he had done, spreads, he started spreading the knowledge. He started spreading the basic truth of life among his disciples. Now, matter is that has he got the disciples till now? Till now, he has not got disciples, but he started spreading among the common people. Enlightened after 7 days, he renamed. Look at 1 second, please. Enlightenment after 7 days, he renamed the tree the Bodhi tree, tree of wisdom. Another thing is to be noted down. This particular people tree is to be known as what? Bodhi tree after getting the enlightenment. And look at here, began to teach, to share his new understandings, and he started his sharing of knowledge among the common people. At that point, he became known as the Buddha. Now he known as Buddha. Now he is known as Buddha because the awakened or the enlightened. Buddha means the person who is fully enlightened, the person who has got the complete understanding of life, who knows the complete understanding of life, who has the ultimate knowledge of life. Okay. So, we may say the perfectionist in the matter of life and understanding of life. Okay. Now, look at here. The Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares. Now, this is the main topic of our story, that where he has given the first sermon, that means religious preaching. Where he has given the first preaching or first lecture or first preaching is where? At Benares. This is the first place where he has given his first religious, he addresses the people. Here is the place, sermon is the place, Benares is the place where he has given the first preaching of religious knowledge among the common people. So, that is the subject matter of our learning through this story. Now, please. So, Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Benares, most holy of the dripping places on the river Ganges. So, where is it? Benares is supposed to be on the bank of Ganga, and Ganga, we know it very well. This is the purest. We consider the river Ganga as the purest one. And, okay, that sermon has been preserved and is given here. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kinds of suffering. Inscrutable means, look at over here, that is a difficult word, something which cannot be understood. Now, here it is. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kind of suffering. So, this is the sermon. It reflects means which thing? The sermon reflects what? It reflects What it reflects Buddha's knowledge. It reflects or it shows Buddha's knowledge regarding what? Regarding the pathos or pathetic condition of life. So here what he is given here in sermon, sorry, in Benares, what he has given? He has given the lecture on the pathetic situation in the life of common people. So this is the place, or this is the place, that means the sermon in Benares, or the sermon which is given in Benares, that is really quite important for the common people, because here he has given the complete understanding about what? About the pathetic situation of life, and which cannot be understood. Really, it's really in a common way, it's really very difficult to understand all these sufferings. Okay. Now, we will move to the next. Here it is, the picture. Look the picture of sermon which is organized in Benares. Here is the picture of Benares sermon. Here is sitting under the people tree. He is sitting under the people tree and is giving lecture to his disciples. All the people are sitting over here. Okay. Look, these are the disciples of Lord Buddha. Kisa Gautami. Now we have got another character. This is the intro of another character. Kisa Gautami had an only son, and he died. In her grief, she carried the dead child to all her neighbors, asking them for medicine. And the people said, "She has lost her senses. The boy is dead." Now look, here is the description about this para. Okay. So what happened? We got another character, and that is none but Kisa Gautami, character of the story. Kisa Gautami, one of the most prominent character. Okay. So what happened when he entered into the story? In which way he entered? Here, Kisa Gautami, she entered into the story with her pathetic situation. She entered into the story with her pathetic, appearance. How? Because she has lost her only child. So, in the beginning portion, when she appears on the stage, or when she appears in the story, she appears with a pathetic situation, keeping her dead child in her lap. And what she tried? She tried to make her child alive once again. She wanted to get the medicine. Medicine from where? Medicine from everywhere. She wanted to get the medicine from neighbors. She wanted to get the medicine from any known, unknown persons to keep the child, or to make the child alive. But the people, what they said? The people, they had the concept. They knew it very well that the child is no more. The child is no more, or the child is no longer alive. This is complete dead child. Now, next para. At length, Kisa Gautami met a man who replied to her request. "I cannot give thee medicine for thy child, but I know a physician who can." Now here it is, please. Second para. So in the second para, what we got? So when her request was rejected again and again, she requested everyone to get the medicine, to give the medicine, or to get medicine from anywhere. When everyone has rejected her, or everyone neglected her, everyone neglected, or everyone tried to make her understand about the dead condition of the child. In the mean moment, what happened? A man, she met with a man, and what the man said? The man said in a quite reliable tone that I cannot give you medicine, but I may say you the person who can treat, or the person who can cure your child. Okay, I may say you the name of the physician. Okay, now look at here. And the girl said, "Pray tell me, sir, who is it?" And the man replied, "Go to Sakyamuni, the Buddha." Here, Buddha has another name, that is known as Sakyamuni. And what among them, he was known as Sakyamuni. Among the people of that particular land, he was known as Sakyamuni, and that's why most of the people of that area, they usually consider him as Sakyamuni, and that's why they told him or they call him as Sakyamuni. Okay. And what the man told to that young girl? The man told to that young girl that you must visit Sakyamuni, who has the ability or who is the physician who has the ability to treat your child or to cure your child. Kesa Gotama repaired to the Buddha and cried, Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my boy. Repaired means, look, in a stylistic way. Repaired means here repaired and repair, that is quite different. Repair means making something new out of devastated things, that is known as repairing or repairing of anything. Okay, that is different, but here repairing is quite different, that is went to. So what he had done, what she had done, Kisakotami repaired. Repaired means she went to whom? She went to Buddha and cried. This is the condition of that lady. In any way she tried to make a child alive, and that's why she went to Lord Buddha, and she started crying before him that at any cost the Lord Buddha must make a child alive. The Buddha answered, I want a handful of mustard seed. And when the girl in her joy promised to procure it, the Buddha added, the mustard seed must be taken from a house where no one has lost a child, husband, parent, or friend. Look at here. This is the most prominent portion of the story. What is the condition? Even Buddha, what kind of knowledge he wanted to give to that woman? This is the reality of the world. In an indirect way, he wanted to give the knowledge. Lord Buddha was ready to cure the child. Lord Buddha was ready to make the child alive. But what he needed? He needed the mustard seed. He needed the mustard seed which must be taken or which must be brought from where? From a family or from a house where no one is dead. Is it possible in the real sense in the world? Where death has not visited. Death has visited the royal palace. Death has visited the poor's house. Death has visited everywhere. So that means what he wanted to say? He wanted to say or he wanted to give her indirect lesson regarding the truth of life. What is the truth of life? The truth of life is to accept death. That is truth for everyone. We have to accept the truth. We have to accept the truth of death. We have come on the earth, we must have to spend some time over here, and then everything will be over and we have to leave the earth. This is the basic truth of life, and that's why what he told, he is ready. That means Lord Buddha is ready to make her child alive, but she must bring the mustard seed from a house where no one is stayed. Is it possible? It's not possible. So in indirect way he wanted to give her practical knowledge that death is everywhere, death is immortal, death cannot be perished, that is, death cannot be avoided. This is the learning what he wanted to give. Look at here, look at the picture, you can understand the picture. So from the picture you could understand. Here is the Kisa Goswami, here is the picture of Kisa Gautami who is sitting over here, and she is praying to the Lord Buddha to make a child alive. Okay, till now, and in the next video I will give you the rest of the words.